Welcome back everyone to my YouTube channel. I just want to say a massive thank you to all the support I have gotten from making my first YouTube video. It is crazy with the amount of people that have viewed it. I've nearly got over 900 views on the thing. I have got almost 70 subscribers, and from the messages and people seeing me in person saying congratulations has been overwhelming. It's been crazy. I never expected to have such and I didn't expect this. I'm kind of lost for words. Like I didn't expect this from people. So yeah, massive thank you. I'm just speechless from it. Just thank you so much for all the support, and I hope it continues to grow. I've had people messaging me to ask, oh, can you help me start up a YouTube channel? And that's what I want. I want people to be encouraged and to be able to follow what they believe in and what their dreams are. So yeah, that's incredible. Thank you so much. Today's channel is about questions that people have asked me, and just a little bit more about relationships and other stuff, like me being feminist and what that really is to me and what it should be for everyone else. But everyone has different beliefs, but I will talk about that later on in the video. So I'll be looking at the questions, and the first one is best and worst memory of the boarding house. The best is probably just being with my friends, like my best friends, living with my best friends, just being across door to door with them, and when you get back from school and all that, you can just go and see them and be like, hey, what's up, talk to them. That was the best thing about boarding. Probably the worst was about the bitchiness. That's kind of what I hated the most, is all the little things that were just over dramatic, people just taking overboard. But I guess when you're tired and all that, it happens. And don't get me wrong, I obviously did it too. I would snap at people and I would never really mean it. It just happens because you're doing all this stuff and you're around people 24/7. It's really hard to have your own time. But yeah, it's still such a good place, and I miss it dearly, and I miss everyone there. Even the people that I don't have contact in now, I still miss like everyone. So yeah. The next question is the biggest boarding house scandal. I cannot actually say that, unfortunately, just because it's like a little bit illegal to talk about it. The next one, current relationship status. I am single. I've been single since the week before my birthday. A bit sad, but oh well. But I'm good. I'm loving the single life. Like who needs a man? Favorite celebrity. Favorite celebrity would have to be Beyonce. 100%. I know, typical girl loving Beyonce, but she is unreal. She empowers women and talks about feminist, and she just amazing woman. Tell us about your fitness journey. So my fitness journey started just after school. I didn't really want to do it during school because I was just constantly tired from travelling all the time, from travelling to Melbourne, then back at home, back to the boarding house. It just got a little bit too much for me. So my fitness journey started after school, and I do about an hour a day at the gym, and I love it. Like some days I'm like laying in bed, I'm like, do I really have to get up? But once I do it, I feel amazing. Like, it's so good. What are your opinions on Chloe and Tristan's situation? Should you take someone back if they have cheated on you? Once a cheater, always a cheater, I believe. But I don't know, that situation's a bit different because, they've got a baby together. But after this whole Jordan situation, I think she needs to leave him. She's better than that. I don't know. I think if someone did that to me, it'd be freaking hard to forgive someone after that, especially with a baby with them. I think for the baby's sake, I would still let him, obviously see the baby and all that, but for my mental state, I wouldn't want to be with him. Next question is, was the moon landing fake? I don't know, that's such a random question, I think. There's a lot of conspiracy theories that it is. It was all planned, just in this stage area, but I don't know, I think it's history. Why don't you just let it be? It was such a big thing all around the world, so just let it be. I'm just gonna say it's real. Who cares? Did you like the majority of people that that went to your school? I think, yeah, I did. There was always people that would just, like, be rude and all that, but I'll just be like, like, you get that everywhere. You're gonna get it. Cannot speak today. You're gonna get it everywhere in the workplace. So this is just a typical thing that you got to deal with. But I think everyone at my school was really good. So yeah, I could stand them. What really happens at the boarding school? Well, I don't know if they wanted me to talk about the structure, like, I know the shit that went down. Boarding school, I don't know. What really happens at boarding school? Not much. Like, you get up to shit, you don't, you do, you get in trouble. I don't know. It's good though. Like, the girls this year, who I was friends with last year in year 11, they've got these new rules that, oh my god, I feel so sorry for them. Like, we loved going to the boarding house at study time and they can't do it this year. Oh, that would suck, honestly. Next question is, any men in your life? Of course there's men in my life. That sounded really badly, but no, like, there's men in my life, but I'm not talking to anyone at the moment. I'm just enjoying it, and I'm grateful that, you know, the guys are in my life, and I'm grateful the guys that are left, because we live and we learn. But yeah, I'm not talking to anyone, so. Thoughts on the St. Bees boys your age? So St. Bees was my last college I went to before going to boarding school. You know, they've matured. They're really nice now. I can tolerate them. No, but they're lovely. They're really good. Yeah, they've just matured, so that's what I like about them. Next one is, this is a little statement, so I'll have to read it out. To the point I don't like myself at the moment, and I've realised that my weight is /A reason why I push people away, because I hate how self-conscious I am around them. Originally I didn't think 68 kilos wasn't fat, but I'm really struggling. Tips. So I don't know who this person is, but I think 68 kilos is a really good weight to be at. You know, self-conscious is such a big thing that everyone really struggles in. You know, men and women, and I for sure really struggled with self-conscious. I would wear baggy clothes that wouldn't fit me, and I would just be in my room all the time because I didn't want to go out. But really, it's people can tell you to, you know, oh, you gotta love yourself and all this, but it's really you. Like, you have to do the things to make you change. Like, I was like, one day I was like, you know what, girl, let's do this, let's make a difference. And that's when I started going to the gym, and I started wearing clothes that fitted me, and I started hanging out with positive people, you know, like, and they would say positive things, and that's when your attitude really changes and your self-conscious really goes away, and you're beginning to love yourself and love your weight and all that. So, like, yes, I'm here to tell you to love yourself and all that, but it's really deep down inside for you to love yourself. So yeah, there's not much I can really do. It is just all about yourself. So that is all the questions. I have skipped a fair few. I'm sorry that people who have asked me questions, I just don't want to spend all the time on them. But yeah, so this next little thing is, I will talk about the feminist and me being feminist. You know, the other day I looked up with my friend, I was like, I'm gonna look up the true meaning of feminist. And I knew the true meaning, but I felt like I just needed to say it out loud. And it was saying that there is equal in both sexes, or in sexes altogether, genders and all that. And that's what I believe in. I believe that, you know, I'm not saying that women have to be more dominant and more stronger and more powerful than men. I'm going with how women should be equal with men. And like, there's history and all that of women being downgraded by other people, other men. We'll just say that. Not all men, other men, and some men. And I'm just saying we need to build that confidence so we're equal with them, so we don't have to be belittled and downgraded and all that by them. And a big thing is the gender wage gap. And I believe that if you went to the same school, same uni, had the same degree and all that, same experience, then yes, you should be equal. I'm not saying that women should be higher than men, because that's not equality of both. Like, so that's a really big topic that like people say that feminists have ruined men, and men are scared of growing up, or boys are scared of growing up being guys and all that. I think it's stupid. I think that I know some women have this, idea in their head that no, women have to be better than men, and it's wrong. Like, I think that we should be equal, because why be in a world where once before men were a lot better than women, for them women to be a lot better than men and make them feel bad for themselves? Why don't we just be equal? Like, that's all I'm trying to get at. And also making just women feel really comfortable within themselves, and fight for what they believe in. But yeah, there's a lot to it. Like, there really is. So yeah, I know this it's a Sunday today, so I'm really kind of struggling to get the words out. So I think that if a woman is, being brought down, why and another woman is standing there, she should bring her up just as much. If a man was standing there, he should bring her up, vice versa. So I think we just need to bring each other up. I really do, because you know what, girls, we're not the only ones struggling through life. Men are too. So we're just gonna be there for each other. Yeah, I just can't stop saying and I'm really, really sorry. It's just been a long weekend. It is a long weekend, but yeah. I've said it again. I just can't stop. So the next topic I will talk about is my past relationship, and it's a really hard topic for me to talk about, I guess, because not many people knew I was in a relationship, and I was in a relationship for about a year and a bit before we broke up, and it was long distance, and I committed to it. I was dedicated to this long relationship. Yeah, it was hard. I knew a lot of girls in the boarding house, saw that my mental health kind of went down. Beginning, like at the beginning it was fine, but at the end, when it was like, I think it was like 2 months before my birthday, so in June, that's when my birthday is, so 2 months before then, people just knew I wasn't happy. I would be constantly upset in my room. I would never leave my room. I would never be with the girls or anything like that, because I just wanted to talk to him, this guy I will not name. So I would just want to talk to him, and the girls be like wanting me to come see him and all that, but then they would, like, in our little half an hour break time before, lights out and all that, I'd be going to, and I'd be upset, and the girls were kind of getting sick of it. They're like, why are you getting so upset? Why are you beating yourself up when it's not you? And I don't know, I felt like it was me. I felt like it was my fault and all that, when it really wasn't. It was just because he didn't care, which we both, like, talked about later on, at the end of last year, that, he was just in a dark place, and I thought, well, if you were in a dark place, why didn't you just tell me? Why didn't you just reach out? But it's because men typically sometimes don't reach out if they're in a dark place. They don't want to talk to people, which is bad and sad that they don't do that, because I think that they need to. So while he was in a dark place, I don't think he realised that he was actually putting me in this dark place with him. He was dragging me down with him, and once he got out of that dark place, after we broke up, he was happy, and I was still in the dark place where I would be constantly upset, thinking, was I not good enough? Was I all this silly nonsense that, that clearly you are good enough, but when you're just in a relationship, you kind of get carried away a little bit. So after we broke up and all that, it was like an instant, like after the 2 months, and I got over and all that, the girls like, you've changed, and I was like, oh, I hope that's good, and they're like, yeah, no, it's great, like, you're happier, you look free. And I'm like, well, I kind of am. So that happened, but I realised that being in a relationship, you've really got to be careful of your mental health just as much as theirs, but making sure that yours is good. Like, there's no point bringing yours down just to try and get theirs up. It should be, you know, equal. It should be like you both should be good. But if you're not happy and you're, say, like if I was in his spot and I was in a dark place, you cannot bring that other person down with you. You need to let them go, because why bring that person down with you when you can let them go and build yourself up? So yeah, that was a little bit of a tricky one. It was hard because he was my first love, and not many people knew about it. Only a fair few, and my family knew and all that. So yeah, I don't talk to him anymore, and it's kind of good. Yeah, no, it's good that like I don't talk to him anymore. I feel better. I feel more confident. I've been great. So yeah, that's like sometimes I just think I don't need men. They don't need me. I don't need them at the moment. It's good just building on my mental health and moving forward and seeing what the future gives. If a guy does come in my life and we're both ready for a relationship, then yeah, sure, like let's give it a go. But also in the relationship, I feel like you shouldn't let someone else determine if you want to be in a relationship or not. If there's always like a third person that, you know, one of the two people that wanted to be in a relationship or liked each other, another one was just like kind of there and they didn't want to get a relationship because of that person. I think why let that get in the way. I don't know, because I know a lot of people have that struggle of either a third person sitting there and dragging them along when you can be in a relationship with another person. I know that happened to a few girls last year where there was always like that other guy that wasn't really sure, and it was just kind of like just leading them on, and it was pretty bad. But yeah, look, just make sure you really focus on your mental health when being in relationships. I think, I don't know, there's so much to talk about it, but not much time. But look, if anyone has any questions or anything like that, or want to leave any comments down below, please let me know. I'm happy to answer them. If you want to message me and talk about something, please just message me on Facebook or whatever. That's all good. And if you guys, also huge surprise, there is a big giveaway coming very soon with my dear friend, that will be talked later on. If you go follow my beauty account, Beauty Bay House, I'll be leaving the link down below to it. If you want to like and subscribe this video in my account, that'd be amazing. So yeah, have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time in my next video.